The second episode of The Princes and the Press trademark aired on BBC Two last night. The controversial documentary sees BBC media editor Amol Rajan analyse the past 3 years in the royal family, and explore the circumstances surrounding Harry and Meghan Markle TMS decision to quit the firm. The programme covers topics including the birth of the Sussexes' trademark son Archie Harrison, and the royal tours of respective royal couples Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, and Harry and Meghan. According to members of the media who followed the Sussexes on their final royal tour, Harry appeared to have had enough of royal life. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex took their then 4-month-old baby son to South Africa in September 2019 on his first overseas trip, while Harry later travelled solo to Angola, Malawi, and Botswana. While on the trip, the couple filmed a documentary with ITV TMS Tom Bradby in which they spoke about their struggles as royals. Speaking on The Princes and the Press trademark, Sky News trademark royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills said that Prince Harry acted differently on his final tour as a senior royal. Ms. Mills said, "I certainly didn't have any idea what exactly Prince Harry was saying to Tom Bradby, but how he was generally on that trip. He wasn't like the Prince Harry that we known before. He didn't really engage, he didn't come and talk to us in the ways that he would have done." In ITV's Harry and Meghan, an African Journey trademark, the Duchess admitted she had struggled to cope through her pregnancy and the early stages of motherhood amid the pressure of media interest in her life. She said that the glare of the incessant press coverage from sections of the media had made her feel very vulnerable. Evening Standard royal editor Mr Jobson recalled the Duke of Sussex being furious at the media while in South Africa. He claimed that, during one particular engagement, Harry didn't want to interact with the press, and it was at that point clear that he had had enough of royal life. Mr Jobson said, "I remember we went to the township in Johannesburg, just on the outskirts of Johannesburg. He had a speech to give there where he was extremely furious at the whole media. He didn't want to look at the cameras, he didn't want to interact. Every word he was saying seemed to have an extra meaning. Look, I think at that stage he had enough." Despite Harry TMS alleged coldness towards the media, Mr Jobson insisted that the press coverage of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in South Africa was wholly positive. He continued, "Every day they were getting positive press, every single day in South Africa. There was no negative press whatsoever. And the way it was handled was pretty American, but it was pretty organised, even though you weren't necessarily interacting with the principals." At the same time they got Tom Bradby from ITN having little conversations around the corners. Just months after the Sussexes returned from their royal tour of South Africa, they infamously quit the firm and later moved to California. Watch The Princes and the Press trademark on BBC iPlayer. Monarch, 95, has been resting over the past few weeks on doctor's trademark advice. She pulled out of a string of events after her first overnight stay in hospital for 8 years, and was not present at the Remembrance Day wreath-laying service at the Cenotaph in London due to a sprained back. Prince Charles laid a wreath on behalf of the Queen, and in recent weeks has represented his mother on other occasions. The Prince of Wales has just flown out to Barbados to make a speech at a ceremony to remove the Queen as the Caribbean nation TMS head of state. This follows his tour of the Middle East with his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. Camilla is one of the more reliable royals, carving out an increasingly pivotal role for herself within the firm. However, the Duchess had a very rocky start, having first hit headlines for her affair with Charles while they were both still married to other people, Charles to Princess Diana, and Camilla to Andrew Parker Bowles. Both eventually got divorced, and over time their relationship became official. They finally tied the knot at a civil ceremony in 2005. However, the Queen refused to attend the ceremony in a snub that would have caused great disappointment for her son, according to historian Piers Brendan. He claimed Charles took it badly that the Queen was not present at his wedding to Camilla. Her Majesty TMS absence at the nuptials was said to be due to the breakdown of Charles and Camilla TMS previous marriages. Mr. Brendan said, "For the very simple reason that they were both divorced, the Queen did not actually attend it, she attended the blessing afterwards. And that I think was probably a source of great disappointment to Charles." On their wedding day, the couple married at a civil ceremony followed by a religious blessing. Andrew Alderson wrote in the Telegraph in April 2005 that the Queen TMS absence from the wedding was due to her religious duties. He wrote, "The Queen has let it be known that the reason she will not be attending the wedding of the Prince of Wales is because she is putting her duties as the head of the Church of England before family feelings." Her Majesty was quoted as telling a friend, "I am not able to go. I do not feel that my position, as Supreme Governor of the Church, permits it." The friend claimed the Queen had said she had to put her role within the Church before her role as a mother. A senior royal aide was also quoted as saying, "The Queen takes her position as Supreme Governor of the Church of England incredibly seriously. She also has great personal faith." Although the Queen did not attend the wedding ceremony, she did go to a service of dedication held by the Archbishop of Canterbury, the most senior cleric in the Church of England. She also hosted a wedding reception for the newlyweds with more than 700 guests. Charles and Camilla, who first met in the early 70s, dated for a time before marrying other people. However, they rekindled their romance in 1986 and it is believed both their spouses were aware of their infidelity. It became public knowledge in 1992 when a biography of Diana was published, and when a transcript of a phone call between them was published in an Australian publication. Camilla divorced Andrew in 1995 and Charles divorced a year later. After the tragic death of Diana in 1997, Charles decided he and Camilla would be together officially. The Royal Wives of Windsor trademark is available to stream on Netflix. Amanda Platel said she felt deceived by how her comments were portrayed in The Princes and the Press, after the first installment aired on Monday evening on BBC Two. Ms. Platel claimed she sat with host Amol Rajan for at least 2 hours of filmed conversation, which she alleges was condensed down to less than 2 minutes of selective quotes. Writing in the Daily Mail, she called the documentary a hatchet job and a hagiography of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could push the royal family to breaking point if they do a second tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, a royal expert has warned. The Sussexes are reportedly planning another interview with an A-list TV star, after revealing in their previous interview one member of the royal family questioned what the color of their son Archie's skin would be before he was born. However, nothing has yet been confirmed. Royal biographer Duncan Larkham, author of Prince Harry, The Inside Story, told Closer magazine, "Harry and Meghan have caused chaos, and I suspect their TMS knows stopping them. I can totally see more of these high-profile, Hollywood-style interviews with A-list TV hosts happening. Especially if their TMS lots of money being offered for it. Harry will need a promotion for his memoir, due to be released next autumn, too. Another Oprah interview, if it TMS anything like the last, would surely push the royals to breaking point." William and Kate have banned the BBC from broadcasting their Christmas Carol concert as tensions remain high over a controversial royal documentary. The charity fundraiser, which the Duchess is hosting at Westminster Abbey, will instead be shown on ITV. With Kate hosting, William is expected to watch on proudly from the wings, while Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis could all be in attendance. The move comes after the BBC aired the first of the two-part documentary The Princes and the Press trademark on Monday night. Monday TMS episode included a suggestion that rivalries between royal households were at play, and that negative stories about Meghan had been leaked by courtiers. BBC chairman Richard Sharp told The Voice of the Listener and Viewer TMS Autumn Conference, "From time to time, this organisation produces programmes which may or may not meet with full agreement with different parts of the establishment." He did, however, addressed the importance of the royal family in the UK, saying it is at the centre of our identity. On Wednesday night TMS ITV News at 10 programme, the BBC debacle was covered by royal editor Chris Shipp. Before handing over to Mr Shipp, the programme TMS anchor Raja Omar said, "It could, of course, just be a coincidence." But, within a couple of days of the first part of a BBC documentary on the relationship Princes William and Harry have had with the press, ITV and not the BBC have been asked to broadcast a carol concert hosted by Kate, William TMS wife. Mr Shipp added, "The filming of the carol service will still go ahead at Westminster Abbey, but the choice of broadcaster has changed. The fact is, the televised carol service here only dropped into ITV TMS Christmas schedules as late as last week." A source at the broadcaster said that was very unusual trademark. Mr Shipp asked whether the BBC was being punished for the controversial documentary. Answering his own question, he said, "Well, put it this way. I was told today that Prince William is fiercely protective of his staff and this is exactly the sort of thing he would do." William did not watch the documentary on Monday night, as he was presenting the Environmental Tusk Awards at London TMS South Bank. However, a source told The Sun earlier this week that the documentary will have stirred up tensions, with the current row only the beginning. The source said, "It was all arranged to be on BBC One, but it was switched in the last few days because of the terrible row over the documentary. And things are likely to get a lot worse between the royal family and the BBC before they get better as the second part of the documentary threatens to go further." The second part of the documentary, which airs on Monday night, examines the period between 2018 and 2021. It will cover the privacy actions Harry and Meghan have launched against the British press, as well as delving into the brothers' trademark rift. The BBC is also releasing a 4-part podcast series, Harry, Meghan and the Media Trademark, with the first episode out on Monday. Express.co.uk has approached Buckingham and Kensington Palace for comment.